safety is everyone's responsibility. As the saying goes, food safety is important from the farm to the fork. From the farmer growing fresh garden vegetables or raising livestock, the processors, packagers, and distributors of food, the stores and markets selling food, to the people handling and preparing food in restaurants or at home, Alberta has among the world's highest food safety standards to guard against microbial contamination of our food. Microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, yeasts, and molds are all around us. Did you know our bodies have approximately 10 times more microbial cells than human cells? We are literally more microbe than man. Look around. You may not see it, but microorganisms are everywhere, even in our food. Some are good. We need them to survive and keep us healthy. Others make no impact, and a few can make us sick, or, in the worst case, cause death. Many steps are taken from the farm to the fork to help reduce or eliminate these harmful microorganisms from food. One of the goals of food safety systems is to remove as many of the harmful microorganisms as possible through regulation, standards, monitoring, and good management practices.
When I consider what the feedlot does with respects to food safety, we take this issue really seriously. It's really important to our customers that we sell our cattle to, the end consumer, as well as the packing plants that we deal with. One simple thing that comes to mind when I think of what we do at the feedlot with food safety is regular pen maintenance and bedding of our cattle. You know, our animals live outside, and so we're dealing with extremely cold temperatures at times, a lot of heat at times, and moisture. So it's really important for the cattle to be comfortable, and we try and keep them as clean as we can. So we give straw bedding to the cattle on a regular basis when the weather is cold. It makes them feel comfortable, keeps them clean. We also have found how important our pen conditions are as far as scraping our pens of any manure that might build up. It's important for food safety, and it's also important for the production of the cattle. When they're more comfortable, they gain more efficiently. So it's a win-win really for a feedlot to take care of the cattle and take care of the pens that they live in. We also have built large catch basins to collect any runoff from our feedlot so it doesn't leave our land. So when we have a large rainfall in the spring or summer, we collect any water that might run off of our pens.
Food safety programs help promote the use of good practices to provide safe food. These programs include Good Agricultural Practices, or GAPS, on-farm food safety, and HACCP, which stands for Hazard Analysis and Critical Control Points. Fresh meat products are protected by a number of processes that may include steam pasteurization, antibacterial washes, and chilling of carcasses. Frequent washing and decontamination of meat processing equipment and facilities using cleaning agents that are proven safe and effective keeps bad microorganisms from growing on surfaces and contaminating meat. Maintaining controlled temperatures for carcasses and packaged meats slows and often prevents microbial growth.
The key to any on-farm food safety program or food safe program is that it needs to be adaptable and changeable rapidly to address issues that may come up. The Canadian Horticulture Council with CFIA devised a program that's a certifying program that the products that come out of this greenhouse are food safe, and it's a national program. Lists of the parts, I believe there's like 131 aspects to the audit that we receive through Canada GAP, and then we're self-audited. We have a third-party company, Hunt Food Services, that come from Calgary. Unexpectedly, they arrive at the farm, and he goes through and audits us. I believe it's 5 or 6 times a year while we're doing production. He also, for us, part of it is the growing without pesticide component of our food safety program. He picks tomatoes in different stages and sends them out to a lab, and they're tested for more than 200 known pesticides for any residues or anything that we receive, and then we get reports back. We use no pesticides at all, and that's it's a farm policy of ours. And when I say pesticides, we use no organic pesticides, no systemic pesticides, nothing. We use biological controls only. The girls that work on the plants, they have a sanitization thing for the tools that they're using. We have rules about what they can touch and grab and move and stuff like that, just to keep everything safe.
Alberta's irrigation water quality is some of the best in the world due to its origins in the Rocky Mountains. The quality of irrigation water is tested throughout the province, and a number of different parameters are assessed, including fecal coliforms, which are an indicator of fecal contamination, some specific pathogens, nutrients, salinity, and pesticides. To prevent contamination of ground and surface water, cattle feedlots are required to have catchment basins to collect runoff. Dry, sunny conditions common in Alberta are effective in killing many of the organisms that are on the surface of plants through drying and UV irradiation. Once harvested, more than 99% of the irrigated crops, fruits, and vegetables grown in Alberta are processed to destroy harmful microorganisms and further reduce the risk of foodborne illness. The atmosphere within a package can also be controlled so microbial growth is negligible. Frequent monitoring throughout processing until food is shipped to consumers is used to alert processors of potential contamination. Even though food safety systems are in place to protect consumers, safety can never be guaranteed. With millions and billions of microbes present, sometimes the bad ones can slip through the cracks. The final step in food safety lies with the consumer to ensure they do not inadvertently contaminate the food they are eating. A number of different steps should be followed, beginning with hygiene. Hygiene starts with clean preparation surfaces. Prepared foods need to be rapidly chilled to prevent microorganisms growing that might have survived during preparation of the food. Bacteria can double in number every half hour in a warm environment. Avoid cross-contamination of clean or cooked foods by avoiding contact with surfaces that previously held dirty or raw food. Use a clean plate for cooked food. Food should be cooked to appropriate temperatures to kill bad microorganisms. It's important to use a meat thermometer to check the internal temperatures. Remember the saying for hamburgers, 71 and it's done. Remember, once you have wiped up raw meat with a dishcloth, the cloth is now covered in bacteria. If in doubt, use a clean cloth. Special care must be taken to avoid contaminating foods that are served raw. Remember to wash fruits and vegetables that are eaten raw, as they too can be contaminated. Hand washing is important for everyone. To illustrate the importance of hand washing, we asked a 4-year-old to place an unwashed hand on a medium that supports bacterial growth. After washing his hands in hot soapy water and thoroughly drying them, we repeated the process. You can easily see the growth of bacteria from the unwashed hand. With every part of the food production chain, from the farmer to the processor to the consumer, doing their part to ensure food safety, foodborne illness will be minimized, and Alberta will continue to have some of the safest food in the world. For more information, contact one or more of the following: